Okay, viewers, welcome to Radios TV. Radios TV on YouTube. You search on YouTube, you subscribe, you hit the notification button, then you share as well. We are in today to have a brief discussion on will. What is will? Or what are some of the things you need to consider before you make a will? And in Ghana, who qualifies to make a will? This and many more that Mr. Augustine Tano, a business consultant and also a businessman as well, will be joining me live today to have a discussion on this. Ebusia, and then come here by BDNF for will, a DNA will, and as in Samansia. And then there was so who and sana, why in Samansia, and why cry, and I was so yen Samansia. A Japadia, a yebusia dear, and I say any pammy dear. Se wo yen samansia e den na wo so wo hwe anase se japade no e kwa be na obefa so a wo samansia no e betimi abam ne senti na mensa ka ye Augustine Tano wo fie ha ye ba be di enkomo share no so be subscribe to Radios TV on YouTube o subscribe we are hit the notification button no eno achi no a share no see videos a be hwe nyina no like na fefa comment to ase na yentimi enko yenim kama pa. Mira, Augustine Tano, Mwakwaba, when I'm saying, yet the general say, yes, at me account, oh, Radios TV so. And then come here, baby, dear, no, Quasi Bruni can say, will, and I send someone see. A dear, no will.
William Darcy, Emma, a chief for Nashef, so I chef for so Aquaba. Mijili say, the bar. Ichika say mo and samansie oboso anu biye ma
ashe no sure
yiri abrabo mu abrebe na say yen hihye say yen hihye nhihye ni biye ni say ebia wachi no echina bi no wako okrachi no wachi enkonkoye basabasa entire be mo obi ayese obeye nsamansie ananse obeye ro ya ade ehia ya ade ehia emre bebi obo well so na ya adwen akwa say 7 ye bewu anisa then so e ka brabo no ho nti ese ye nhihye ne ye hu adwuma den e to ye ka will what is a will a will is a legal document that set forth your wishes regarding the distribution of your properties after you have passed ejapade awo echina bi no se ofiri mu a ekwan ben so na opese ye den ye hihye anase ye chem tie ka no well a ni tietie ano no se japade ye wo na echina bi no wafiri mu no wo kire omo a ye mfa japade na den insurance sanso koduru se ebia wo mofra hwan po na opese omo ye den omo hwe sa mofra na ye den e de ma ni nyina no utimi e capture a room. So basically a will has to do with what you want your properties, who you want your properties to go to after you are no more.
I see. Yes. So in making will, what are some of the key things to consider?
Making a will, we need to note the following. First, do I need a lawyer before I even make a will? Yes, the answer can be yes or no. Depending on the asset and a japade cry come once. Yes. Sometimes the properties that you are leaving it over is so much that you need a lawyer to guide you. There are times the properties are not that much. So you yourself can sit down and even do the will.
I see.
We are learning. The person doing the will is called a testator. You are the one making the will. When you are doing a will, in your will, you need somebody called executor. The executor should be somebody that you trust, somebody that you cherish, that in case that indeed you are no more, he will make sure that the content of the will has been respected and implemented. So it could be a friend, it could be a brother, it could be somebody that you think in your absence can help to make sure that your wishes are respected and make sure that they are followed through. Yes. In making a will, there's a process called probate. probate has to do the legal process that the will will go through before it's implemented. Before the will is implemented. So once you are no more, the executor make sure that the will goes to the probate process. If you have a lawyer, the lawyer step in to make sure it goes through the legal process to make sure that the will is read to the family and the contents are respected as well.
I see.
Yeah. And in making a will too, you should come clear with your properties.
Okay.
Yes, you should come clear with your properties. It shouldn't be in doubt that this land is for you or not. All the legal documents that you need on your property, have them. You can't buy a property from somebody and decide to let the legal document stay in the name of the person.
Okay.
Things that you don't have ownership over, you can't include them in your will. So it is the asset that you have. So now that you are alive, the advice is that every property that you have acquired, make sure you change the ownership into your name. Don't just leave it. Others have acquired lands and they are no more and they are litigation over them because the person didn't do the needful to make sure that the properties come into his name. So be clear about the assets that you are living beyond. Again, who are the beneficiaries? Who are the beneficiaries? Clearly, it should be stated in your will that I'm leaving this vehicle to Mr. Esu. I'm leaving this money in my account to Mr. A or Mr. B. It should be clear. You don't only need an executor when you are doing a will. Sometimes your lawyer. But you also need at least 2 witnesses who will countersign the will to make sure that yes, this is the will that you did before you passed. So again, you are going to need a witness. Witness to again, you need trusted people. It's not anybody.
Sure.
You have been one or witness well, answer na say we be film kra no obi ate content. Tell you be a G.D. na ye man or ye witness in when we are preparing our will. Somebody that we respect and know say nipa udin huni. For wasem yeden and kwabontin.
Okay.
Yeah. So you need 2 witnesses. So think in mind as to who you can get to be a witness.
I see. Ghana high away. Why not qualify so or your will? And that's will be a will.
I don't say yeah, Will's Act no my Aquania says where the 18 years and beyond that bit my will.
Okay.
And one day man for one
yeah.
Into your car will and on chess all baby.
Okay.
This is where the 18 years come out to be a will. I say will in ya dear you recommending my papa na wedi 90 years, any 80 years no. We are branch out here. Now where the even 19, 20 years I bit my the will. Because akwanya wo ho say mre bia no o pese ye nsesa wo ma bit my den aye.
Okay.
So viewers, what we are saying is that from 18 years and beyond you can do a will. And the other condition is that you shouldn't be suffering from any mental condition. It should be something that freely coming from your side.
Okay.
Yes, it shouldn't be that you were coerced into listing that give this land to this person. It should come freely from you. The benchmark, you should be 18 years and you should be of a sound mind.
I see.
You should be of a sound mind. So there are days that others on their dying bed do wills, and after the will is read, the will content is challenged in court.
Okay.
Somebody will say, before he died, we didn't think he was in the right frame of mind. So that's one thing that we need to check. That the one doing the will mentally is sound and is of age.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. Ejapade ya busua dia anase eye nipa baako anase bromi no de. Se me yam wela metimi dia shem anase no so no sign na treat no.
The advice is that when you have a jointly owned property, you don't include that in your will. Well, we are looking for...
But I have a portion in that property.
Yes. Let's say when you have a joint account and you pass a joint account with your spouse, your husband, your wife, yes, and you pass, naturally the content of that joint account goes to the other when the other person dies.
Okay.
That's the best practice.
Okay.
Yes. So when you have a joint account, that's how you treat it. In terms of properties,
Yeah.
yes, there are these others like the family home system that we have in Ghana. It's about flat of 14, and one clearly belongs to him. That one too, we advise that you do all the right documentation to support that position that flat 1 out of the 20 flat belongs to me.
Okay.
With that, you can include that in your will.
I see.
You can include that in your will.
Okay, so now let's move on. You've already answered either one need a lawyer or not. So now let's know or take us through the benefits in making a will.
Yeah.
What are some of the benefits?
Okay. The issue of you needing a lawyer or not, to a large extent, is yes. But the other side too is that you can make a will without a lawyer.
Okay.
But to play it safe, if your lawyer guides you, it's better.
I see.
If your lawyer guides you, it's better. Yes. Making a will comes with so many benefits. So many benefits. We have been witnesses to fight, misunderstanding. After somebody is no more, the family fight. If you have a will to settle who takes over this, who is having the money in my account, who is having my business, who is having this land at Akosombo, it straight away solve the issue of grudge and misunderstanding in your family. Grudge and misunderstanding in your family is taken care of. Again, having a will also go to a large extent to make sure that your wish after you are no more is also what? Respected. Your wish after you are no more respected. It gives additional directive as to how even you want your burial to be done. In your will, you can even state how you should be buried. How you want your things so private. How you want fancy things. So bring everybody to my funeral and come enjoy. You can state all that in your will. When you have a will, you take control of the customary laws that when you died interstate, your properties will be shared according to the PNDC law 111. But when you have a will, it supersedes that. Yes. Traditionally, we have ways that properties are shared and all that. When you have a will, you overcome that one to supersede. So it is your wish how you want the property to be shared as captured in the will that will be implemented. So having a will also solve any customary issue regarding how your properties should be shared. It will remove any family rancor, any misunderstanding between family members as to who got who. As to who got what of your properties. Having a will also ensure continuity of your estate. You know that yes, this is my first son. The way it is, when I give my house to him, the next thing he will do, he will sell it and use the money to do stuff that you will not be happy about. But you know that your last born will take care of that your property, will take care of that your business. So when you hand over to him, your legacy continues. So having a will help you to protect the legacy that you have built over the years. So serious benefit when you have a will. Even having a will gives you opportunity to even donate something to your church, to your alma mater when you are no more. There's no way that you don't have a will. Your family will go for your money in your account, will sell any of your properties and say we are going to give part to your church. Yes, but all this you can capture in your will. You can also make clear who should even take care of your children. In case your wife is no more, your husband is no more. You can even capture who takes care of your children in your will to make sure that when you are no more, your children are going to the right person to take care of them. Yes.
Now, can one make changes in his or her will, and how often can such changes be done?
Yes, truly you can make changes as and when you want to. We keep acquiring properties. Yes, situation around us changes every day. Today I have a new car, tomorrow I'm buying a new house. Yes. Tomorrow I'm acquiring a new business, tomorrow I'm adding on this. So long as the asset base keep going up, I'm adding on properties. The balances in my account keeps going up. Yes, I can make changes.
Okay.
As and when I want to do. So that's why I say from 18 years you can make a will.
Okay.
So at any point in time that you want to make changes, you can make changes.
Okay.
You can make changes. So anytime you do the changes, and unfortunately the unthinkable happen, what you captured in that word is what will be used.
Okay.
What will be used.
I see.
So yeah.
Okay.
Many a time people are appointed as executor. The executor is the person that eventually when you pass will lead the family through the process of probate and making sure that the will is read and the content is respected and all that. There are days we make provision for such people in the will. That maybe my friend, my brother will be my executor. This money that I have with Republic Bank, ADB, GCB, give 20,000 to my brother. All those things can be captured so that the person being executor will also make sure that his time is well spent, and you also accord him respect that accordingly.
I see.
So the executor too can be appreciated for his service.
I see. Okay.
And one thing about will that we should also note is that as an executor, copies of the will be kept with you.
Okay.
Yes. And it is expected of you that any time that the testator pass or the one who made the will dies, you are supposed to deposit the will with the nearest high court. You have 14 days to do that.
Okay.
Refusing to do that will cause you problems. Yes. So if you are executor and you are in hold of somebody's will, immediately the person pass within 14 days, you have to hand over the will to the high court. If there is no high court in where you are and there's a lower court, a district court, you can give it to the district court and they will make sure that the will gets to the high court. Okay. So if you are executor and somebody pass, you make sure you do.
But what if the executor passes on? What happens?
Yes. When the executor passes on, the one who did the work, the testator have the privilege to change it. Yes. There are days others also even list a backup executor. This is my executor 1, executor 2. In case executor 1 is no more, executor 2 takes over. I see. Yeah. So as and when changes occur, you also do needful and change. There are times the executor will even travel, will not be in Ghana. He's no more available to support in case of anything happen. You can change the executor. And the executor age-wise should be more than 21 years. Also of sound mind, and that person can be an executor.
I see. Yeah. Okay, so before we wrap up, the final submission.
Yes. Well, it's something that we hardly mention. Because anytime we mention, sadly, viewers think that's the end of the journey for us. But as we saw in our discussion today, 18 years, you can have a will. 30 years, you can have a will. So irrespective of the age, so long as you have a sound mind, you have some properties and you have your names on it, why not? You can have a will. Because in your absence, your legacy need to continue. Your wishes need to be respected. But without stating your wishes, somebody's wishes may be enforced on you, and you can't do anything about it. It's not anybody who is so happy about the nature of the PNDC law 111. Having a will takes control of that. Yes. That church that you have supported for years, you are no more and you want to leave them something, it's not bad. I see. That your school that you are so caring about, you want to leave them something, it's not bad. That your children that you want somebody to take care of, you can state all this in your will and to be respected. Yes, you need a lawyer to guide you, to make sure that you come to a good end with the will that you are doing. You need a good executor, somebody that you can trust. But ultimately, you also need witnesses, at least to support you. Yes. it's natural to have a will that will list about 20 or 30 beneficiaries. But there's nothing wrong with having a will that lists only one beneficiary.
Okay.
And yeah, Drew.
All right. Manager, you better say, send no buy now about betchy will. And I send someone see. You better say.
Yeah, and that's it.
Okay. And it's your busuane, you didn't come on the besiwa. You're Augustin Tano, or your businessman, as also your business consultant. And I know Eddie and come after will. And I send someone see. And my room if you subscribe to Radios TV on YouTube. Hit on subscription button. We are now for click on notification. So share page the man for friend you share. Your videos are being and the rest of the like. Now was answer a comment. Your friend KBK. You go for your brace him. You be say share him. My crown.